Perception is the process by which we interpret and make sense of sensory information from the environment. It involves various factors including our internal processes, motivations, expectations, and individual differences. Hi guys, welcome to this channel. In this video, we explore perceptual processes. If you like the content of this video, please like it and subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon so you're up to date on all our videos. So let's get into it. Perceptual processes are a series of steps that our brain takes to interpret and understand sensory information. This includes detecting stimuli through our senses, through sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell, focusing on specific stimuli while ignoring others, and organizing and interpreting sensory information to form a meaningful understanding of our environment. When you see a red apple on a table, your sensory system detects the color and shape. Your attention focuses on the apple and your brain interprets it as a ripe fruit based on your previous knowledge and experiences. There are two types of processing approaches in perception: bottom-up processing and top-down processing. The bottom-up processing approach starts with sensory input, where the perception begins with raw data from the environment. It involves building up a complete picture from the basic elements. Top-down processing approach involves using prior knowledge, expectations, and experiences to interpret sensory information. It relies on higher-level cognitive processes to make sense of incoming data. For example, if you're reading a text, bottom-up processing recognizes letters and words, while top-down processing involves using understanding of language and context to interpret the meaning of the text. The perceiver, or the individual experiencing the sensory input, plays a crucial role in shaping perception. Factors that influence perception include motivation and expectations. Motivation involves what a person desires or needs that can affect how they perceive information. Expectation involves prior knowledge or expectations that can shape how we interpret sensory input. If you are hungry, you might perceive the smell of food as more intense and appetizing compared to when you're full. Similarly, if you expect to see a friend at a party, you might misinterpret a stranger as your friend. Perceptual sets are mental predispositions to perceive things in a certain way based on expectations, experiences, and context. They influence how we interpret ambiguous stimuli. For example, if you are expecting to see a certain object, such as a car, you might interpret a similar looking object, like a bicycle, as a car due to your perceptual set. Cognitive styles refer to individual differences in how we perceive and think about the world. Cognitive styles can influence how we process and interpret sensory information. For example, some people might have a field-dependent cognitive style, meaning they rely more on external cues and context, while others might have a field-independent style, focusing more on internal cues and details. This can affect how they perceive and react to complex visual scenes. Cultural background also affects our perception by shaping our experiences, values, and the ways of interpreting information. Different cultures may emphasize different aspects of perception and influence what individuals notice and how they interpret it. In some cultures, colors might have specific meanings or symbolic associations. For instance, the color white might be associated with purity and celebration in some cultures, while in others it might be linked to mourning and funerals. Experiences also play a significant role in shaping how we perceive the world. Our past interactions, learning, and exposure to various stimuli influence our perceptual processes and interpretations. For example, a person who has had a lot of experience with dogs might be better at recognizing different dog breeds and understanding their behaviors compared to someone who has had little exposure to dogs. Motivation influences perception by affecting what we focus on and how we interpret sensory information. Motivational factors such as needs, desires, and goals can prioritize certain stimuli over others. For example, a person who is thirsty might be more attentive to the sound of a running faucet or the sight of a drink than someone who is not thirsty, as their motivation for water influences their perceptual focus. Expectations shape how we perceive sensory information by setting up a framework for interpreting stimuli. If we expect to see or experience something, it can influence how we perceive it, sometimes leading to perceptual biases. For example, if you expect a movie to be scary based on its genre, you might perceive the sound effects as more frightening even if they are relatively benign. Perceptual sets impact how we resolve ambiguous stimuli by filtering information through our expectations and prior knowledge. This can lead to different interpretations of the same stimulus based on our mental set. For example, the classic image of an old woman or young woman illustrates perceptual sets. Depending on your perceptual set, you might see the image as either an old woman or a young woman, but not both simultaneously. Perception is a complex process influenced by various factors, including sensory input, cognitive processes, personal motivations, and cultural backgrounds. Understanding these influences helps explain why different people can perceive the same stimulus in diverse ways. By examining how perceptual processes work and the role of expectations, cognitive styles, and experiences, we gain insights into the subjective nature of perception and how we interact with the world around us. So that's it for this video. If you're looking for quality mental health worksheets and resources, please visit my Etsy shop. The link is provided in the description box below. Once again, if you like the content of this video, please like it and subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon so you're notified when the next video comes out. As always, thanks for watching.